Okay, earth leakage circuit breaker. So, earth leakage circuit breaker is operating under phase 2 earth fault conditions. Okay, phase 2 ground. Phase 2 ground fault conditions, the earth leakage circuit breaker is operating. That means the leakage current passing through the circuit, this circuit breaker, earth leakage circuit. Leakage current, whenever the leakage current is passing through the earthing device, and that case, okay, stop passing through the earth, to the ground. So it is the leakage current is passing through the circuit breaker, and circuit breaker sensing, and then they open the contacts under fault condition, phase 2 earth fault conditions. If the improper earthing case condition, okay, proper earthing is not provided, in that case, the earth leakage is circuit breakers are used to protect the human beings. Okay, so under normal conditions, this phase, this is called phase current, phase and neutral. So the current is passing to the phase wire, so to the operating device, and to the neutral wire, return coming to the neutral, coming to the return like this manner. Okay, current is passing through the phase wire and this to the operating device and come back to the neutral. Okay, under normal conditions. If any faults are take place, I mean, if any insulation is failure, okay, if insulation is failure or insulation is damaged instead of this operating device, okay, or fridge or TV or fan, okay, fridge, TV or fan. So that an insulation is failure means the current is passing through the surface of this device. Okay, so on that case, so if you are operating that device, okay, if you are touching this device, that leakage current is passing through the human body to ground like this. Instead of passing this current, some amount of current is passing through the human body to the ground or earth. Okay, in that case, so that is current is very dangerous to the human beings. So that's why to protect the human beings, this earth leakage circuit breakers are useful. Okay, so this under normal condition, if any fault is occur, in that case, there's short circuit occur or insulation is failure. In that case, this fault current is passing through the this operating device and equipment. Okay, these are the inside circuit diagram of the earth leakage circuit breaker. Inside circuit diagram. Okay. So in this, this is called a double pole switch. DPST, double pole single throw switch. Okay, DPST, the double pole single throw switch. This is called phase or line terminal and neutral terminal. Under normal operating conditions, the current enters like this and passing through this is called CBCT, core balance current transformer. This is called a core balance current transformer. CBCT. Generally, it is called as a CBCT, core balance current transformer. Okay, this is one of the main part of this ILCB, core balance current transformer. This is nothing but core balance current transformer. So this is having number of terms, same number of terms. Your return side also, neutral wire also is having same number of terms. Here, how many number of terms are used? Same number of terms also here, also same number of terms. Okay, for example, 4 here 4, 10 10, n number of terms are same. Okay, so why? Because you can easily understand when I'm explaining operating principles. This construction, so this is called CBCT, core balance current transformer, and this is called sensing coil. So this is called a sensing coil. Okay, and this is called tripping relay. This is called a tripping relay, and this is called sensing coil. This coil is called sensing coil. This core balance current transformer is having uh, 3 different type of turns, and these two are number of turns are same, but as according to our requirements, the terms are changing. It's not fixed. Okay, these terms are not equal to these terms. Okay, so depending on our operating the relay, the terms are changing. But these two terms are number of turns are here, same number of turns here also same. Okay, this is called sensing coil. Okay, this is called a core balance current transformer. and this is called tripping relay. Understand? And this is called test button. So this is called test button. Test button. Okay, so it is working properly or not? The tripping relay is working properly or not? By closing the switch, we can easily understand. You can understand the. You can test the earth leakage actually by closing the switch. Okay, by closing the switch, you can easily check the is working properly or not. Okay, it is working properly or not. You can check by closing the switch. Okay, so this is called load. The load may be your home appliances, that is called maybe fridge, TV, fan, whatever it may be. This is called load. Under normal operating condition, under proper earthing condition, okay, the switch is closed. So like this, the switch is closed like this manner. In that case, this current is passing through the, okay, the current is passing through the CBCT one terminal, and then this same amount of current is passing through the load to second terminal of CBCT. So like this, and coming to the neutral. So under normal operating condition, no current is passing, no leakage current. No leakage current is passing through the earth under normal operating conditions. So this supply current is equal to the incoming, outgoing current is equal to the incoming current. Okay, under normal conditions. Okay, so that means our load is operating properly. There is no leakage current passing through the device. Okay, that's why there is no short circuit takes place in this phase to ground. And also there is no short circuit, there is no damage, I mean dangerous to the human beings operating under normal conditions. So this is the operating. Okay, under these operations, so what happens if the current is passing through this winding? This is called winding, core balance current transformer. Okay, understand? Whenever the current is passing through the winding, okay, the flux is generated. Okay, the flux direction will be like this. So based on thumb rule, okay, if the current direction is upward direction, okay, by placing the thumb here, four fingers are, for example, 1, 2, 3, these are the four fingers current direction. The four fingers are shows the current direction, and the remaining one finger is represent the flux direction. If you are placing thumb here, okay, for example, this is the current direction, let us assume. So this is the current direction. Okay, so this is the current direction. Current direction is like this. Okay, the flux direction will be anti-clockwise. Understand? This is the current direction. On that case, the flux direction is nothing but thumb. So this is called four fingers. When I'm placing this, so here our thumb, the flux is in this direction, anti-clockwise direction. Okay, the current direction will be upwards. It's clear. So the flux generated by this winding, because of this winding. So like this. This is based on this magnitude of generated flux. Okay, is based on number of turns and also number of current. The number of turns are same here. Here number of turns and here number of turns are same. So that's why this amount, whatever the amount of flux generated by this coil, okay, is passing through the sensing coil, passing through the sensing coil. This called sensing coil, na? Okay, passing through sensing coil, and so like this. Similarly, okay, similarly, this winding is also connected same manner. Okay, the winding is also same as previous. The current direction, so it is like this, upward direction, same. Okay, here also current direction is upward direction. This winding is designed like this. Okay, and then, so what is the flux generated by this coil? So same as in this direction. Am I right? The flux generated by the coil is like this in this direction, and the flux generated by the coil is in this direction. Okay, the two fluxes are opposite each other. Okay, Under normal conditions, here current, for example, 5 amps current is passing from the 4 amps or 5 amps. 4 amps, let us assume 4 amps. 4 amps current is passing through this coil. Okay. So like this, and then coming back to the another terminal. So here, so also 4 amps. Okay. So in that case, whatever the flux generated by the primary here, same amount of flux generated by here also. For example, so 1 Weber plus 1 Weber. So for example, 1 Weber. Okay, 1 Weber per meter square. For example, flux Weber or Weber per meter square. Flux density or flux. Here, flux 1 Weber, let us assume. So here also flux 1 Weber. Same amount of flux is generated because of same winding, same number of winding, and the same amount of current, same number of turns here, same number of turns. That's why whatever the flux generated by this coil, it is nullified by this coil. That's why there is no flux in this transformer core. Core balance current transformer. This called current transformer and that core balance current transformer, CBCT, this called. So whatever the flux generated by this called primary coil, this called secondary coil. Whatever the flux generated by this coil is equal to the flux generated by this coil also. Because of no current, no leakage current, same amount of whatever the current is passing through the device, same current coming to the device also. So this matter. Here, for example, 4 amps, same 4 amps. Okay. So that's why there is no resultant. That is the resultant flux is 0. That's why this sensing unit is not operated. The tripping relay. Okay. That means this equipment is under well protected. I mean, it's well designed. This equipment is well designed. That's why there is no leakage current. There is no insulation failure. Under this case, whatever the current generated by, whatever the current is passing through this primary coil is equal to the secondary coil. And then the flux generated by this coil and this coil, both are opposite, equal and opposite. Then resultant flux is 0. That's why this sensing coil is, the current flowing to the sensing coil is 0. The flux generated by air flux linking to the sensing coil is 0. And then current is 0 in this. That's why this tripping coil is not operated under normal operating conditions. It's clear, understood? Under normal operating conditions, there is no fault current, there is no flux in this because of so how much of flux generated in this coil and this same amount of flux generated in this coil, and these are two equal in magnitude and on opposite sign. That's why the resultant flux is in the 0, the core. That's why there is no current generated in this. Okay, so that's why that the normal operating conditions, CLCB is not operating. Under faulty conditions, what happened? So these two fluxes are not equal in each other. Under normal operating conditions, so this flux generated by this coil and this flux nullify each other and opposite sign, opposite. Okay, that's why there is no current flowing through the winding. There is no flux linking in the winding, and there is no current here. That's why there is no EMF is generated. That's why 0 voltage appear across the relative. Am I right? That's called normal operating condition. Under faulty conditions, so let us assume under faulty conditions. So what happens? Some amount of leakage current is passing through the device. So like this. Understood? Under faulty conditions, so I think you are understood. So the current, some of the current is passing through the primary coil. It's called one winding, one coil 1. Some amount of current is passing through the coil 1 and passing through the device that is called fridge. Let us assume fridge. Okay. If insulation is failure on this device, in that case, what happened? Some amount of current is passing through the earth. Okay, so like this. Some amount of current is passing through the earth. Okay, and the remaining amount of current is passing through the secondary coil. It's clear. Secondary coil, some amount of current is this current primary coil 1 current is dividing into 2 times. So on this in this direction, some amount of current is passing in this direction, and some amount of current is passing in this direction. For example, 4 amps here. Okay, the 4 amps current is passing to the coil 1 like this manner, and then coming here, and then 4 amps now. So 4 amps is divided into two different types. So here 3 amps current is passing, so 1 amp current is here. Okay, so 1 amp current is in this direction, 1 amps current is in the direction, and 3 amps current is in the direction. Okay, on that case, the flux generated by the coil 1 is not equal to the flux generated by the coil 2 because of there is a difference in currents. Here 4 amps current passing through the coil 1, but here 3 amps current passing through the coil 1. That's why there is a difference in flux generated in these two windings. Understood? It's clear. Here, whatever the flux generated by the coil 1 is not equal to the flux generated by the coil 2. Flux generated by the coil 2 is not equal to the flux generated by coil 1, but number of turns are same, but current is changing because of leakage, because of fault, ground insulation failure, because of earth fault to the device. Okay. For example, if you are stand beside of this by touching this fridge, so what happen? If the resistance of the body is less compared to this, at that case, the current is passing to the human body to the ground. So in that case, it's very dangerous to the human body. Okay, understood. So the current is here. Current is difference because of that. The flux generated by the coil 1 and coil 2 is different. So that's why, because of this coil, whatever the flux generated, for example, 1 Weber per meter square. So the flux generated in the coil 1 Weber per meter square. So here, compared to this, here less, 0.5. Let us assume 0.5 Weber per meter square. So what is the resultant flux here? 1, here 0.5. The resultant flux is nothing but 0.5 Weber per meter square. So links to the sensing coil to the core. So like this. So links to the passing through the core transformer, core current transformer is the current core balance current transformer, CBCT. So in that case, this winding, the flux links to the sensing coil, and then current flux generated here. The flux links to the sensing coil and the current generated, EMF is generated. So because of this EMF generated across the tripping relay, okay, and it's sense and they open the contacts. Okay, in that case, this human beings are safe. Okay. So because of this, there is a difference between lot of difference between the flux generated by the coil 1 and coil 2. This resultant flux is links to the sensing coil, and then the current is generated here, and the voltage generated across the tripping coil, and the tripping relay is activated. So like this, tripping relay activated. Because of this, there is a difference between these two, and then open the contact. And then open the contact means there is no current flowing to the open circuit. So likewise, by using the earth leakage breaker, so the protection can be done by using like this manner. It's clear. So in this way, this ELCB is operating, and how to test the ELCB is working properly or not? By closing this, by removing the load. Okay, it is working properly or not? We have to test the by it's working properly or not by removing the load. So the load is not connected. Okay, so try to understand. Simple, nothing is simple concept. Nothing is there here. Okay, so the load is not connected here. There is no connection. The load is removed here. Okay, line and neutral. There is no connection of the load. Okay, so this line is connected to the supply. Neutral is connected like this to the CBCT of the device. Okay, and the switch is closed. Understood? And this phase, this current, so phase current passing through the neutral wire. So in this direction, the current coming from the phase in this direction, and current is generated by the coil 1, flux generated by some amount of flux generated here, and then current is passing through the, so like this switch. Okay, and they close the switch and then to the neutral like this. That means no current passing through the coil 2. Here, what is the current in coil 2? 0. Because of open circuit now. Under open circuit condition, no current is flowing through this. So whatever the current so supplied by from line is links with the coil 1, and then this divided into like this and through the line neutral. No current flowing through this. That means only this flux generated by the coil 1 only. Coil 2 flux is equal to 0. flux generated by the coil 2 is equal to 0. Only flux generated by the coil 1. So try to consider animation. So the current is passing through the coil 1 and through the neutral wire like this man. In that case, only the coil 1 is a flux generator. No? The flux links the sensing coil like this. Because of there is no flux here. Current coil is the current is 0. That's why the only flux links through the sensing coil by coil 1 only. Okay, so like that means flux links with the secondary winding, same as transformer. Here, whatever the voltage applied here, same amount of voltage applied here, secondary side. Okay, just like transformer. And then this voltage appear across this trip relay, and then trip relay is operated. Okay, since this tripping relay sense the signal, and then it will be open circuit. So like this, it is working properly or not. You can check the by using testing. Okay. So like this, this is called earth leakage circuit breaker working principle operating. Okay. So here, so this earth leakage circuit breaker, so this is called 4-pole earth leakage circuit breaker. 4-pole, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 poles are there. Here, so when sensitivity of the device, here sensitivity is 30 milliamps. This is called 30 milliamps sensitivity of this earth leakage circuit breaker. 30 milliamps. So indicator like this, 30 milliamps. Okay. The manufacturer decided the sensitivity of the device, manufacturer. Okay. And then it's called continuous rating of this device is called 63 amps. 63 amps. Okay. Here continuous rating of the device is called 63 amps. Okay. Sensitivity of the device is called 30 milliamps. Understand? So ELCB is a very important to be installed for the protection and safety of man. ELCB is very important to be installed for the protection and safety of man. Okay. So this is about ELCB, working principle of ELCB and testing of the ELCB. Okay. Power factor is nothing but that power factor improvement. This power factor is nothing but cosine of angle between voltage and current in AC circuit is known as power factor. Power factor. Okay. So this is called phasor diagram. So this angle between voltage and current. This is called voltage. The cosine of angle between voltage and current. That is called pi. That means cos pi is called power factor. Okay. You know, well, I cos pi is in phase with V, supply voltage. I cos pi in phase with supply voltage, and I sin pi out of phase V. Okay, out of phase V. And then this is called power triangle. So you know, well, VI cos pi is this called VI cos pi. This called active power. Okay, this called power triangle, and that power triangle so we can derive. So power factor. What is meant by power? This called active power VI cos pi. This is called reactive power VI sin pi. Okay, this is called apparent power VI. Okay. So units are well, active power kilowatts, reactive power kVAr, where are we kVAr, and apparent power volt ampere kV. Okay. So well, according to the Pythagoras rule, so OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. So the kVA square is equal to KW square plus kVA square. Okay. So then power factor is nothing but so OA divided by OB. So that means active power divided by apparent power. VA divided by kVA. That is called kilowatts divided by active power. VI divided by so kVA. Kilowatts by kVA. Cos pi is equal kW by kVA. Cos pi is equal kW by kVA is called power factor. Okay. And then kVAr from this power triangle, kVA sin pi, that is called kW by cos pi to sin pi. So kVAr is equal kW into sin pi, tan pi. Okay. You know well, this concept I'm already explained at this time of starting. Okay. The power factor, there are three different types of relations are there. Power factor. Power factor is nothing but cos pi, cosine of angle between voltage and current, and power factor is nothing but R by Z. Resistance per impedance is called power factor. And also power factor is nothing but active power by apparent power is also called power factor. And disadvantage of low power factor. So what are the disadvantages of low power factor? You can easily understand by using these relations. Power is equal to VLIL cos pi for single phase supply. For three phase, root 3 VLIL cos pi. Power is equal to root 3 VLIL cos pi for three phase. Power is equal to VLIL cos pi for single phase. And IL is equal to power divided by VL cos pi. Okay, power is equal to root 3 VLIL cos pi per three phase. Then IL is equal to power divided by root 3 VL cos pi. If the power factor is less, what happens? The current IL is become very high. Current is high. The power factor is less. It is inversely proportional. Current and power factors are both are inversely proportional. When current cos pi is very less, and that current, in that case, current is high. That means current handling by the conductor is very high. Okay, under low power factor condition, the current passing through the conductor is very high. So that's why this to handling the current, that much of current, the cross sectional area of the conductor is very high. Okay, understood. The cross sectional area of the conductor is high. That means cost of the system is increases whenever the low power factor case. If the power factor is lesser, so in that case, the power drawn from the supply is increases. When current is increases, to handling that much of current, conductor size increases. We have to increase the conductor size. Then only it's that much of current can be handled. Otherwise, very difficult now. So that is the problem for low power factor. For single phase and three phase, both cases. If low power factor, the current is high, the current handling capacity is increased. I mean, current handling is more. So to handle that much of current, so conductor size is increasing. So when conductor size increases, it means the cost of the system is increases. Copper requirement is more. Copper conductors now. And then KVA rating of the well, cos pi is equal to KW by KVA. No? KVA is inversely proportional to the power factor. Okay. KVA is nothing but the transformer rating of the transformer alternator rating is nothing but KVA. No? Transformer rating is KVA and alternator rating KVA. So KVA is inversely proportional to the power factor. So in that case, then power factor is less. The KVA equipment is increases. So, okay, KVA rating of the equipment is increases. That means the cost of the equipment is increases. That means transformer size of the transformer is more. Size of the alternator is more under low power factor conditions. So that's why cost of this is expensive. Okay, equipment is larger and is expensive under low power factor condition. And greater conductor size, I'm already explained. To transmit the or distribute the fixed amount of power at constant voltage, conductor will have to carry the more current at low power factor. Okay, current at low power factor, current is more. Okay, to carry the more current, low power factor, this necessitate large conductors. The size of the conductor is increases. Okay, under low power factor conditions. And large copper loss, whenever current is increases, that means I square losses are increasing in the conductor. That's why that current large copper loss takes place. I square loss is nothing but copper loss, and results in poor efficiency and poor voltage regulation also. Okay, so voltage regulation means change in voltage from no load to full load. Okay, our supply voltage and received voltage are different. Okay, so sending end voltage and receiving end voltages are different because of losses. So reduced handling capacity of the system because of low power factor, the power handling capacity of the system is reduced. So these are the different type of problems because of low power factor. And causes of low power factor. So what are the different type of causes? Well, most of the AC motors are induction type. Okay, fans, single phase induction motor. Fans, our domestic applications of the fans are using. And fan is nothing but induction machine only, single phase induction machine. And also agriculture, farmers are using agricultural motors are called three phase induction motors. So this single phase induction motor and three phase induction motor operating range is power factor operating range is very less. Okay, under small load conditions 0.2 to 0.3 only. Under loaded condition 0.8 to 0.9. The power factors of these inductive loads are very less. And also transformer is inductive load. No? Transformer is also inductive load. That's why inductive loads are operating at low power factor. That's why the current draws more, supply is more. So these are the different of inductive loads only. Because of the inductive loads, the power factor is very less. And also arc lamps, electric discharge lamps, and industrial heating furnace and operate. So because of this, power factor is reduced. And how to improve the power factor? Power factor improvement methods by using capacitors. By connecting the capacitance parallel with the load. Okay. This voltage angle between voltage and current is decreases. For example, under without capacitor, so this is the phasor diagram. So voltage and current. The angle between voltage and current is called pi 1. Pi 1 is called angle between voltage and current. Okay, if you are using the capacitor, so what happen? This angle is reduces to pi 2. Pi 1 to pi 2. And then angle is reducing means when the angle is reduces means cos pi increases. Angle is reduces means power factor. That's angle between voltage and current increases. Power factor is increases. Voltage angle between voltage and current is decreases. Then power factor is increases. Angle is decreases. Cos pi is increases. That means power factor improved by using capacitors. Okay. So power factor improvement equipments are there. Static capacitor step by connecting star connected by connecting delta connected by delta connected. Okay, by star connected, the power factor can be improved. These are the different type of methods are there. Static capacitors and synchronous condensers and phase advances. These are the different type of methods of power factor improvement. Static capacitors by using static capacitor. Synchronous condensers. Synchronous condenser is also by using this also power factor phase advances. These are the three different type of methods. By using these methods, it's possible to increase the power factor. Okay. Synchronous static capacitor, synchronous condenser. Synchronous condenser is nothing but a capacitor. It's the same as capacitor, but it's rotating. Okay. Synchronous condenser, this called so the different advantages and disadvantages of static capacitors and synchronous condenser. Synchronous condenser is nothing but an overexcited synchronous motor is running on no load is called synchronous condenser. You already studied a synchronous generator. Okay, that is called synchronous motor. And overexcited, if we are increasing the excitation of this, that is called DC supply to the arm field winding is increases. And overexcited synchronous motor under no load conditions called synchronous. This is called synchronous condenser. So by using that also the power factor can be improved. The angle between voltage and current is decreases by using synchronous